from the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017. We are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Houston Texans. Two teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Come on. Hey.
Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. Flushed out right. Open man is Noah Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave it with a second and just a few inches left. This defense for the Steelers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
4 yards the pickup, first down. The Texans are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking, if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
Trap 60.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Stroud to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
The second down throw now from Stroud. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they're throwing the football so much at a younger level now. Way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings. Just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Rock on switch, rock.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Andrew Beck, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 20-yard line. Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. M.J. Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Pickett's throw brought in by Austin. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's 2nd and 3. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Great play from Washington, and zero surprise seeing that. This guy's a mauler. He can outbody anyone out there. The size of a lineman, but runs like a receiver. Good luck matching up with someone like that.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and 14. Here's Pickett. That's caught. Allen Robinson. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 50 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Harris running straight ahead, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Nice effort from Jalen Petrie getting to him behind the line of scrimmage.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Pickett back to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Texans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
On the set. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Pierce now up the middle. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Stroud out of the gun here. Caught left side by Mechie. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. First and 10, it's Pierce. Bulldozes past him, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. 79 Broncos.
Stroud looking to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Stroud now on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to the ground with Pierce. And this defense not ready for that one, as he'll take this down inside the 25. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Steelers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Pickett rolling to his right. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
First and 10, here's Pickett. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Pickett to throw on first down. On the move to his left. But I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds. So they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Looking to throw, Pickett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got him in, complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Pickett.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now 2nd and 5. Pickett will look to throw it here.
Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown.
George Pickens,
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
and the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard.
And now off to the races, down the right side. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Stroud.
And that one drops down, incomplete.
Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. This ball caught by Mechie. And
2-yard gain.
60 Reload. Ready.
They'll run here with Pierce. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Mike Boone, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Washington. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They hand this off to Harris. Shrugs him off. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. Now 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Pickett. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he'll be out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell for the extra point.
And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. A terrific running there to start the drive as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Stroud now on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Rig alert, rig alert. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one, angling for the sideline. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, Oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Not much on that one, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Now Pickett will look to pass it. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They run with Harris. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down. Now Pickett changing the play. Warren will try to right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Here's 1st and 10.
Rattler, 18 Rattler. Dragon 60. 18 Pioneer. Go Street. Street.
Stroud to throw it. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. Pick it down to a knee, and that is going to do it. It was a pretty entertaining ball game, Charles. Had the lead changes going on in the second half, but I think for the losing side, not able to put any points on the board in the fourth quarter, that ultimately was what really stung them.
And you know what puzzled them during the game? It's going to puzzle them even more when they go back, watch tape, and try and figure it all out. Did they not make the proper adjustments, or were they just outplayed? They'll have to figure that out and get ready for their next one.
So for Pittsburgh, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.